Hello friends, welcome back to our channel. Today we are here with a new mockup, that is a magazine and an iPad. So first, as you know, we will take the paint tool and outline the left side of the page. We'll take one page at a time, and for this we will just take four dots in the four corners. Then we'll be selecting the anchor tool to make the little curves we can see. With this anchor tool, we'll be able to do all the little curves. Okay, so see how I'm doing this. We can take a lot of dots here and make the curves very prominent. The minutely you do it, the more better your mockup will be. So after you are done with the left side page, then press Ctrl on the keyboard and press the little square you can see on the right hand side. Yes, you will select the object. Okay, we have made the object and we'll select it, and then we'll name the object as page 1. Then again in the same process we'll take the paint tool, then we'll select the right side of the page, then we will take the anchor tool and do the rest of the curvings. Follow the steps as I'm doing it. You can decrease the opacity of the page so that you can see the page very nicely as you proceed with it. There is one tip about pen tool, that from the point you start with it, you have to end it in the same point. So make sure you go from the, if you're going from the top, you go all the points, then again you begin it to the top. Okay, so back to the point where you started. Then only you will complete the whole object. Again with the anchor tool we are doing with the curves. Then again pressing Ctrl and the object you made there in the right hand side, and name it as page 2. Then again with the paint tool, this time we will make the iPad. The iPad will be easier because there are not many curves. Make sure you decrease the opacity so you can see the shape very clearly. I'm doing this in the fast forwarded procedure, as we have already done the anchoring process in both the left hand side and the right hand side page. The final tuning is the mockup will look more realistic. So make sure you do it very attentively. Then again, as you have made the object with the iPad, then again you will take the Then again we will press the control button and name the object as tablet. Then now you can increase the opacity and see the object. You can increase the opacity to see if you have selected the object correctly. Now you will select the 3 objects we have made and group them. Then you can name the group also as object ID. Then switch off the visibility of the group. Now we will create a rectangle to create the smart object. Now you have to take the size of the page very accordingly. Decrease the opacity so that you can see the page properly. Then you can take the measurements carefully. Make sure the size is same as the size of the magazine. Then again, increasing the opacity, you can see how far you have drawn. Then clicking the right button of the mouse on the layer, you can convert it to smart object. You will see all the options there. See, and convert it to the smart object. Now decrease the opacity so that you can see the object properly. Then again, right clicking on the layer, you will get to see all the options again. Then use the wrap option and make the curves more prominent. Okay. You can adjust all the curves here by using that tool. By using this tool, you get the same texture and the waves as there it is in the magazine. Like the magazine is open, so there a curve has been created. So if you use this tool, when you use the smart object and the mock-up there, you use the picture, that will also get curved as it is in the magazine. After you are done, then you will take another rectangle for the second page. In the same procedure as previous one, you will do this one also. If you have missed any point in the first procedure, you can recap with it in the second procedure. So watch very carefully as I'm moving forward with each and every step. If there is a little extended part, it's fine. We will do the masking later. Then name the objects as page 1 and page 2 again. You can use all caps. Then again, we'll make another rectangle for the iPad, just for the screen portion, okay? decrease the opacity every time when you do it. Round the corners if you can. Then again convert to smart object. Then wrap. Then we will press the right button, the tick button on the upside of the screen. Then we can increase the opacity and see if the wrap is fine and all. Now you can do the rest of the adjustments here. Now you can name the objects, make the smart objects you just made. Then again select all 3 smart objects you made and group them in a file. And you can name them as smart object also. Then under the smart object file, you open the page 1 and take the picture as you want. We have already selected the page and the picture, so see, you can give any design you want to. You can add up text, you can change the fonts, the color, the size as you want. See, I have changed the font, the size. Now you can press Ctrl J or Ctrl C, then copy the layer. Then you have to save from the option file. As soon as you save, you will see that the picture has already updated in the magazine. Now we will go to object ID and select the page 1 from the right hand side. You can see on the screen. We will select the page 1 from object ID, and as we can see, the page is a little extended from the picture, so we will make adjustments there. So that this doesn't happen, we will go on the smart objects page 1 and we will select the masking option. as soon as you do the masking, you will see that the page will take its shape of the picture. The picture will take the page's shape. Here, in case of the magazine, it's page. Another object, it will take the shape of the object. Then again, in the similar process, we will do the page 2. And pressing the Ctrl T, you can increase or decrease the size of the picture. Then again, in the similar process, you can add up text, change the fonts, colors. Then again, you have to save. As many times as you make some changes, you have to save the object, smart object. Okay. If you don't save the smart object, it will not be updated on the real object or the main object of your mockup. So you have to save it continuously as you make the changes. Then again, we will mask the page 2. As we have already made the shapes of every object in our object ID group, from there it will help you to mask. From here, you have to select the black and white image that we have from object. We'll copy all the black and white images that we have. Ctrl C and Ctrl C is for copying. Then you can just group them up. We'll take the object ID group at the very end because we don't need it. Group 2 is the 3 layers that we had copied, the very first black and white layer, and keep that layer at the very top. Then again we will copy the screen. So in this procedure, we will have 3 copies of the 3 objects. Okay, so it's like page 1's 3 copy, page 2's 3 copy, and the tablet's 3 copy. Okay, so we will have total 9 copies, but 3 for each. So that we had copied 3 of them. Every copy will have this name, that light, shadow, and midtone. This file that you will name as shadow, the object, the copied image that you have named shadow will always be multiplied. Then we'll add line and torch with midtone. Then we will go to levels and adjust them. So you can see how accordingly you need lights and everything. If you're satisfied, you will press the OK button there. And with every copy you will do this. See and do the adjustments according to your requirements. I'm stopping when I'm satisfied with the result. Make sure it looks aesthetic and realistic. The light layer will be in the screen mode. Make sure of that, and then we will adjust the light, midtone and shadow accordingly for all the 3 pages. Everything will be done from the levels. See again, the light layer is in screen. Then we are going to the adjustments, then levels, then we are adjusting the levels. Here for the shadow layer you can multiply it or linear brown. Okay, for the midtone you will always be line and torch, and for the light you will have to adjust the levels. It will be screen mode and then you have to adjust the levels. Now we are done with the object and the iPad. Now we'll group all 3 of them together and name them as FX. Then we will off the object ID. Then we will color the background now. To color the background, you have to select all the objects and separate them from the background. So with the pen tool, we select the magazine. First we'll select the only 2 pages of the magazine, then again the whole object. The same procedure you have to do it when you make the objects. With the anchor tool you can make the curves. Just as you made the object in the very first step, similarly you have to select all the object. Then again pressing the control, you have to select, do the selection and then naming the file. So as you had selected the only magazine, now it has been copied and it's made as a new layer, and you can name the layer as book. Then again you have to select the iPad in the same procedure. Last time we did just the screen for the mockup, but right now we will select the whole iPad to separate it. Even the buttons. Be very patient while you do this, because the whole project depends on your selection. Now again pressing the control, we will select it and we will name it as tablet. We will keep the book at the upper part. Then again for the pen also we will select it, then press Ctrl J and copy it, then separate the object from the background. After you get the selection, you press Ctrl J and it is copied. Then again we will select all three shapes and group them in one file, that is object ID. You can merge all three layers or you can keep them separate also. Then selecting the main layer, you have to click one other layer on it and color them as you want. So adjust the colors afterwards and then you are done. After you are done, you can wrap it up and save the file. So thank you for watching. Hope you come back next time.